Welcome to Airplane Manager. Today we're going to be going over the new edit flight and build flight timeline. So first we're going to start by clicking on the flight to take a look at the edit page. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take you back to the old version, which up in the top right hand corner you'll see leg by leg. Now on the leg by leg, it's a nice version. However, it's very limited to what we can do in the future, which I'm going to show you. You cannot keep stacking notes and reservations or anything on this page without making it very convoluted. You have to go over to the options and different notes and everything to add different features to this trip. But on the timeline, you'll notice that the data is much cleaner and flows much better. So the timeline is a vertical timeline, and you will notice that you still have the same menu at the top. Nothing changes, but we're going vertically with the legs. So in this case, we have Palm Beach going to Midway, and you can see here that we've added different features and functions along the timeline. So here, if we wanted to add something to the timeline, we just simply click the plus sign before Palm Beach. So anything you might want to do before Palm Beach, you would click that plus sign, and you could add crew notes, PAX notes, crew reservations, or passenger reservations. Crew reservations might be, catering, for instance, or fuel, or general items, anything that you might need, right? Those might be a few things. Planning might be weather, staffing, like in-flight crew connections. Maybe you need to add a leg before. This is how you would do it. You'll notice here that we've added a couple items such as catering and limousine, getting the passengers to the departure airport. So if you want to learn anything about the items on the timeline, just simply click on them, and you will get your information. If you need to change the departure time or airport, just simply click on the departure time or the airport, and you will get a split screen. And here you can edit your time, your airport. You can actually see a little bit of information about the airport. You can add notes for this airport that are saved, so that if you use the airport in the future, you will have saved notes. And you can mark this airport as favorites or apply warnings. You can also report a delay. So in this case, if the pilot was using this, they could report a delay, or the dispatcher, and say this was a 1-hour delay due to weather. Submit delay. Now we're going to override the departure with a delay and let everybody know that the arrival will be delayed, as well as the arrival at the destination will be delayed. If you need to remove this, you can do so right here by just removing the delay. On the timeline, you'll also notice we have your FBOs. They fall in right here. If you need to submit a reservation for an FBO, you can just simply click on the FBO's name and then submit an FBO reservation or send a message to the FBO. Down here at the arrival location, we've already simulated this. So if you can see here that the FBO has acknowledged the reservation request. And if we want to know what was on the reservation request, we can just simply open it up and look here. Fuel was requested, parking was requested, and here's the fuel pricing that was selected through the contract fuel vendor. If you want to submit the reservation, you can click this button, and you can see here what was submitted and what the FBO said back to you. On the timeline, you also have the ability to conduct a fuel stop just by simply clicking the button, and we will take all of your fuel pricing that we have available and throw it on the route of flight and let you add a fuel stop quickly to your itinerary. And it will order your fuel automatically. Back on the timeline, you will notice we do have your flight time like we used to do on the leg by leg, and you can change your time. Of course, you can override your flight time through ForeFlight or flightplan.com or APG or LIDOS, or you can manually override your own flight time. We also have your crew listed out here if you don't want to go up to the crew page, or if you're a line pilot. The line pilots can't get to a couple of these tabs. And we have your packs here. This is a nice feature as well. You can edit a passenger's profile. You can also mark that they've boarded. You can also mark one of the passengers that they are a no-show, that they did not board, and you can continue with the flight that you've checked the IDs. 3 of 4 passengers did board the flight. If you need to undo this, you can do so here. Going down the timeline, you can see if the airplane is en route. It will be showing right here as well. And also, if we scroll down further to an international leg, you will notice that the international handling package will show up on the timeline. If you're using EVO International, it will be interactive. It will show you the different permits and items that are signed off and what you're waiting to be signed off. And it will also have your trip pack there for you, rather than you having to search emails. Once the flight plan is filed, you will see it on the timeline as well. So it'll show up on the timeline with the routing and the FMS recall number. Everything that you build will show up on the timeline. So it's fairly intuitive compared to the old layout. Just simply click the plus sign and add what you need to the timeline, right? If you need a hotel at your arrival destination down here, just simply click reservations, hotels, and you can either, use one of these methods. Obviously, Marriott is the overwhelming favorite for everyone. And once you get your Marriott confirmation email, you can simply just forward that to your airplane manager custom email address, and the notes and the confirmations will automatically be inserted into this trip for you. And that is basically the timeline as it is right now. I mean, you can look around and play with it. You will have your leg tags. You do have your leg chat here between your crew and the dispatch. And you do have your checklist over here as well, if the checklist is per leg. If the checklist is per trip, it will be up at the top here. Keep in mind, you do have your flight release system now, and the flight release system will warn you what you have done, what you have not done, who we can communicate with, and what your settings are for auto release of your trip sheets and passenger itineraries. So that is the new timeline. This will become the default edit flight system, so please get used to it. It usually takes about a day or so to get used to it, and after that, you don't want to go back to the leg-by-leg version. That will conclude this overview. If you have any questions, shoot us an email or give us a call.